Nobody's gonna find me now. I'm back on. No, that's the old one. Oh, she's not on. Oh, lordy, lordy, lordy. I should have given it a different name. I'm so, oh well. All right, I'm back on. Guy's not on. So now what do I do? Oh, he was just watching the replay, I guess. I don't know what to do now. Hopefully some end stream. I'm not. Ah, yeah, there's Wednesday, there's Thursday, there's nothing there other than Thursday. So I don't know how to time on. So here I sit because of lack of communication. It says live, it says I'm on YouTube live. Oh, I gotta open chat again. Where the heck's the chat? Yeah. Okay. Hi. Oh, I'm here talking to myself. Can you hear me? Do something crafty. Good morning, Terry. Good morning to you. Thank you. I'm so sorry. I I forgot to put the chat thing on. Riley said that Di was on, but I went over there and Di ended an hour ago. So now I'm back over here. I'm totally confused. I don't even know whether I'm supposed to be here. But good morning, Terry. Good morning, Kel. It's great to see you guys. Um, this is a mixture of espresso and hot cocoa mix that I made. Hi, Paper Monkey. I'm glad you hear me. That's awesome. This is a hot cocoa mix that I made myself and Cafe Bustelo instant espresso. And then I have one of those little standalone frother machines. You put a little bit of milk in it and hit it, and it froths it all up. And in my case, I use half and half. So yeah, it's pretty good. It's very good. Uh, I don't think she is. I don't think so. Because I think she's still in Tahoe. Hi, Carrie is paper. Okay, I'm totally confused. But it doesn't take much to confuse me. That's the problem. All right, let's see. I am making something that is called an Australian piano hinge book. It's part of the Sketchbook Revival Week, hosted by Karen Abend, and it's on for a week, obviously. Sketchbook Revival Week. It's free. but you can buy the content for life if you choose. All right. I have never seen this type of binding before, and I'm in the process of making this. And you need, obviously, paper. We've got 21 signatures or folios, right? I had to cut paper in half, and unfortunately, I didn't cut it in half equally. So I got pages that are shorter than others, and I'm hoping it's not going to matter. Oh, thank you, Terry. Because I looked, hi, Di. Okay. Am I supposed to be on? I went over, Riley said that you were on. He had a split screen, so I shut down and I went over. Oh my God. Well, I shut down my stream to go over to you, and you shut down you. Well, do you want, I'll send you a link? Yes, I'll send you a link if that's okay. I'm assuming. Yeah, I came on. Riley said you were on. I shut down, went over to you. By the time I got to you, you had shut down. So I came back over here and opened this up. Is it okay if I send you a link, Di? Because what you're doing is much more interesting than what I'm. Or do you want me to shut down and we can all go over to you? I have no idea what to do. I looked on the schedule. I'll post the link in I know, we're not very. I'll post the link over in the where you normally put the links, the TGL whatever. You have anybody? Okay, let me see. Let's see. Add a person. Mrs. Gigi. Hi. How are you? So good to see you. Invite a guest. Okay. Copy link. Link copied. Okay. Now I'm going to go up to Facebook. Hit messages and go to TG, and then I'm going to go here. And I'm going to paste, and I'm going to post. Thinks that's right, I hope. I did it, I think. Yes, well, I'm not normally on this time, but I'm filling in for Ginger Cat Lady, who has been on family vacation and is now home and recovering from vacation. I think that's what happens when people go on vacation. You have to have a vacation to recover from your vacation, I think. So that's what's going on. It went through because I got an okay. Well, I sent the link to TG. Yeah, so it's there. It's at the TGCL faves. So hopefully Di will be joining us in a minute. Um, I think I don't know how. Oh, welcome. Is that you up there? Uh, oh, there you are. Here you are.
Here
Di.
I am. here I am. It's all good. Christina was on for a while, and then I took over from Christina, and then I saw you came on, so I just turned off and came over here. It's all good.
Oh, well, I'm sorry because I looked at the schedule and I saw me, and then Riley
All good.
came on and said, "Oh, I'm watching both of you on split screen." Anyway, it's all good.
It's all good. It's all good.
And I guess Pam has safely landed back at home.
Yes, she's home. Her leg started hurting, and she couldn't get any sleep, so she was tired and cranky, and I think they had an icy skidding thing happen on the highway on the way home, and that gave them an adrenaline rush, I think.
Oh no, did they almost have an accident or in an accident?
No accident, just sliding on the road. So.
Oh, sliding on the roads. Okay, yeah, that's terrifying. I've been there. Not
Yes.
only slid on the road, but ended up in many a ditch driving in the snow. It's a horrible feeling.
But thankfully,
That car starts spinning.
Arrived home safely. But yeah, just tired, I think.
And you're fussy cutting.
Just tired.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm fussy cutting for the Apothecary Journal, yes.
Ah,
Hi,
yes.
everyone that I didn't know.
Oh, trying to get this. I got it. Okay. Huh. Graphics Fairy
Hi.
has a bunch of apothecary stuff. I'm no longer a member of Graphics Fairy, but they had some really cool stuff. That's going to be a fun journal. There's all sorts of little neat bits and pieces for that.
Yes, there is. Yeah. I've got lots of teeny tiny little glass vials, and I'm going to build an apothecary shelf in the middle of the journal. Little glass vials and things.
That'll be a lot of fun. I had.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, I know what I wanted to say. Artsy Fartsy Life. Has a new packet, digi-downloads of a crime scene. So I'm thinking maybe downloading that and doing a journal type of thing with crime scene type of stuff.
Yep.
Now, how do you know? Okay, this is I've just signed up to use Restream, and it's very easy. But how do I know when somebody?
It is very easy. Yep.
Now, the little box to the left, it shows 2 people and I. And then when you came on, I got a little drop down. Now it's trying to drop down something else.
4. Did Anne freeze? Anne, don't be frozen.
Am I frozen?
Oh, can you move your hand? Move your hand. No, you're frozen.
All right. Now I've got a little. What does that mean? Is there a way of unfreezing myself?
Try turning your camera off and back on again.
Turn the
The
camera
sound
off.
is fine. It's just frozen.
Okay, let me see. Disable camera. Press V. Okay. V. Enable camera. Am I still frozen? No, I'm not.
Nope. Am I going to
I'm
keep
okay
this
now?
one for myself? Probably not. Yes, you're fine.
Okay. Ah, okay. Yeah, there's like a 9-second delay on YouTube.
Yeah, the delay is ridiculous. It was nearly a minute about before. So if you want
I'm
to
really
change the look to a full screen, you've got up next to the the person icon up the top, you've got little screens. If you click on that, you can do the side-by-side landscape, and then you can
okay.
see both our whole desks.
Okay, I see that. And then below that, there's something called demo, which is, I don't want the
Yeah, don't worry
demo.
about that.
And we're on the split
Just
screen
open
now.
that up and you'll have a couple of, yeah, so you keep it on split screen, but you do the side-by-side landscape.
Right. I think that's where we're at now. And then they have a thing that says add scene. But I'm not going to do that. This is pretty nice program, though. Hi, Jill. It's pretty
I think you've frozen
straightforward.
again.
Yes, I am.
Nope, you're not frozen. But we haven't checked screens.
Huh?
Yeah, it's a lot better than I like it a lot better than Yard.
I do too, because it has unlimited hours. I ran out of hours on StreamYard.
Yeah.
Because of all this extra streaming I'm doing. And of course, they wanted me to go to the paid. The pay is, well, just, they're out of their minds. They're just, people have a good thing and
Yeah.
then they just get greedy. It's like over $300 a year.
Yeah, I can't afford it. But yeah, if you click on the little screen, the layered screen next to on the left hand side of the person, up the top on the right hand side, up the top of chat.
Oh, yeah.
So you've got the person
Oh, I see
icon,
that.
and then next you've got the screen. If you click on that, and then you can go down and put it on the side by side landscape. So then it will show all of our desk instead of just this little bit here.
Oh, I see. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. We don't want to maximize.
No,
Enter
you don't
full
want to
stream.
maximize it. You
That would
just want
put
to not on. No, you're in the wrong
us
spot. So above chat box, above the
above the
chat
chat
box,
box.
there's a little person icon. Yes, there's a little
Oh, I
person
see him.
icon that you can. Yeah, so on the left-hand side of that, there's a little double screen icon.
Yes.
You click on, and then it'll drop down and it'll show you side by side landscape. You click,
I've got the two people. It says welcome, and there's two bodies. And let's see.
Yep, you don't want that.
I don't see where it's.
That's the invite. You don't want that. You don't want to click on the people. You don't want to click on the person. You want to click on the screens next to the person on the left-hand side of the person icon.
Okay.
So on the right-hand side of the person, you've got the chat icon. And on the left-hand side of the person, you have got the screen icon. It's above the chat box. It's not in our bit, like it's not on our screen.
Right. Well, on mine, I have the chat box. The chat is on the right-hand side.
Yeah.
On my setup, on the right-hand side.
Yes. Yeah, but above the chat box, there is a little person icon, right?
Yes.
And that's what you click on to share. Yeah. So next to that, on the left-hand side of that little icon, there's a double screen icon.
Okay.
Let me get it on my phone and I'll show you what it looks like.
Well, it's not. Okay, please. Because I'm missing something here.
I'll show you. Just hang on. Yeah. I'll get it.
Okay, no rush.
Very slow.
You don't want to share screen.
Okay, so if I go in here, you slept when I was live, Anna Maria? That's rude.
Poor Eloise. She's trying to get better.
Yeah. Oh my God, the internet in this room is so slow. So slow. Okay, I'm going to have to go live for a minute, so just ignore it completely. I don't have to go live. So up the top of the chat box, you've got all these little, get out of there. You've got all these little icons, right? You've got the double people, you've got the chat 99. Look up the top. See how you've got the chat on the right-hand side of the screen, right?
It's over here, right?
Yep. Up above that, you should have all these little icons. Let me go live so you can, I'll go live on my phone, but just ignore it, okay? So don't.
Okay. I don't have all those icons on the top of my screen. It's a different light layout. And I've frozen again.
It's different on my phone.
On my layout, there's nothing on the top of the screen at all other than Studio Live 720 and time. And then end stream.
No.
There's nothing
it's
else
above the chat. It's above the chat box, not above us, not where you're looking at us. Above the chat box should be all of these little icons. This is not how it looks on my screen on the computer. So it'll have chat under here. So it'll have us here, chat next to us, and above the chat, there should be little icons. The icons that look like this. So have a look for those icons.
They're on the side. They're on the side for me. I see them. Yes. Okay.
So you'll have okay, so if you click on the one that has all the layered screens on it, this one here, click on that. And when it comes up, it'll have all of these screen layouts. You just click on the double side-by-side landscape.
There.
That's it. Woohoo! Now I've got a full screen.
It's just a different orientation. All of that stuff is not on the right side of the chat. For mine, it's on the bottom.
So it depends on what you're looking at. Yeah, it depends on what it's different for a laptop. It's different for a phone.
Yeah.
It's always different.
But it's good. Okay, I see it now. Now I know where it is.
So on all of those, you can change the background. You can change the orientation of, like you can have you big and me small. You can have both your cameras going at the same time so that you're looking at your face talking and what you're working on as well. So there's a whole lot of stuff you can do with it. It's pretty cool.
Wow. And the price is right. It's free.
It's free and it's unlimited. So
I'm all about free.
The only thing you can't do, there's a lot of stuff you can't do without paying for it, but you can't record a video like through Restream.
Right.
Without paying for it, yeah.
I don't really care.
Yeah.
I'm not, this is not working.
Okay.
I'm trying to make this, it's called an Australian piano hinge book. That's what I'm attempting to make. Not well. Well, maybe I'm back on track.
Hi, Carrie.
That's what I'm doing. But she had really pretty paper. And the paper I'm using to do the accordion is not the right weight paper. So I should just, this is her name is, her last name is Matthews. Carrie Matthews? Kathy Matthews? She's from Australia, obviously, I think. She's one of your folk.
One of my folk? Don't know. See? I don't know why
Maybe
the algorithm doesn't show me a lot of Australian stuff.
Yeah, this paper's cracking, so let's see. Did I get my...
Give it a spritz with some water if you're going to use it. It's cracking.
Yeah.
Give it a little spritz.
Not a bad idea. Yeah, I got one of those little, a mister, just a little.
Yeah.
A little mist.
And score it on both sides, like back and front.
Yeah, I think she did that too. She went the other way too. These strips have to be 2.
I was watching a video today with Natasha. With her new binding system. I'm going to give that one a go. I'm probably on this, maybe even on this journal. It's pretty cool.
Well, I've never seen this. I've seen tab binding before, but this is kind of neat because you can pull the piece of paper that goes through the tabs. You can pull that out and then pull out the page.
Anna Marit, I said I'm going live just to show Anne a screen.
Oh, yeah.
It's all good.
Yeah, we're all good.
I'm not actually live. I was just going live to show Anne how to use the screen thing.
Right.
I did warn you, don't take any notice of the live.
I'm not really live. I'm just pretending to be live.
Apparently, there's 9 people watching my live that I didn't even have on. Have I not turned it off? Oh my goodness, I am live. Oops. And sorry, guys. That's funny.
You're.
Whoopsie.
Oops.
I have
Sometimes
14 people watching. Wow.
I finished my, I don't know what I want to call it, but that thing I made with the houses and the people and everything. Got that
Yeah.
all done.
Cool.
That was a lot of fun. It's like a puzzle. I started adding, lots of little stuff. I ended up adding a mama and papa duck and ducklings across the street.
Oh, cool.
And then I did a pigeon. So I put a pigeon on a roof.
I saw your
and
pigeon.
then I said, okay. So that's enough. I was going to put a bunch of pigeons on that strip, on the bottom strip. And then someone in my chat said, oh, why don't you put a duck and ducklings? I said, ooh, okay. So I did. And I put the pigeon on the roof.
Very cute. Yeah, can keep on going with that sort of thing.
Yeah, it's really. And I've got that whole book on cut paper pictures that have all sorts of different scenes. I was going to try to keep that as a book, but I decided I'm going to frame it and hang it on the wall.
Cool. Why not? It's fun.
Why not? It's my
It's
house.
fun and it makes you smile. That's it.
It's colorful. It makes me smile. So I've got a big blank wall. I mean, a huge blank wall in my living room, and I've never put anything on it. And
well, you can make yourself a triptych. You can have your houses with the traffic, and then maybe you could have a little cabin on a lake somewhere, and
yes,
with a rowboat, and
maybe a farm scene or a country scene.
yeah, that would be fun. Nice, bright, colourful,
Yeah.
lots to look at.
And I did a box canvas. That was another collage part of that collage class that I took. And I bought more box canvases, and I was going to do another one that was going to be complementary to the one I had just finished. But I had a subject matter, and I can't remember what it was going to be. I've got to write stuff down. Don't we? I mean, I've got all the papers ready to. I mean, I don't want to do the same thing. And that was a Sean Batiste, where she made these really neat textured papers. She just put gesso on regular printer paper, um, but in different directions, so to speak, and with the sponge to give
Yeah.
different textures. And then she added acrylic paint and then immediately wiped the acrylic paint off and then kind of, she called it toning the paper. It was a pretty cool
Oh, like a
project.
whitewash sort of thing, like a wash.
Yeah, exactly, a whitewash, yeah.
What have you lost, Riley? What has
Right.
Riley lost?
There he is. Guess it gives me an excuse to church in the morning. Guess so. Bunnings. Is that an Australian place, Bunnings?
Yep, so that's like Home Depot, I suppose. Some sort of,
Oh, okay.
hardware and crafter's paradise in there, of course.
Why is that? You guys still have Kmart, right?
Yes. Yes, we do. Really pissed at them at the moment because I went back in to get some more of their glitter pens and they don't have them anymore.
Oh no, and they're just not gonna carry it anymore, are they?
Well, there was no spot for them, so I don't know.
Don't you wonder who makes those choices? Someone makes that choice and then they don't confer with you. I mean, that's just rude.
It is rude.
Yeah.
As long as they don't stop selling their cards because their blank cards are awesome. You get free cards and envelopes for $6 when I buy the
Oh my
craft ones.
gosh, that is incredibly inexpensive.
Yeah.
Jay. Hi, Jay.
Lost a packet of
I mean,
gold
I need
rings
more.
from wall hangings, but I did find an alley fail, which may be alley gold for you, Di. Found a large silver moth clip just under 9 centimeters long. Ooh, that sounds fun. I like to stick those sort of things on journal covers. Great big chunky things like that.
So I'm assuming Pam will be back
Hey Jay, you're welcome.
tomorrow.
Yes, she will be. Yeah.
Okay.
I went in and caused chaos in Jay's live today and her sale. Sorry. Oops.
That was nice.
Made her laugh.
I'm sure I was just going to say, I'm sure Jay found it very amusing. She's got a great sense of humor.
But I was good. I stopped distracting her after a little while. Let her get back to making her millions, gazillions, selling her fabulous stuff.
Yes. Why does that do that? It's fine. She had beautiful stuff.
She does. I remember it bought me a book there today. How lucky am I? It was a beautiful book cover. Beautiful book.
Now, the person that made this, she had beautiful paper for this part of it, gorgeous paper. And as you can see, I don't. And I thought I could use some Diane weekly paper, but it's not the right size. And even if I glued it together, it just wasn't going to work out. So I figured I'll do it this way. And then if I really like it, I can do it again. You know what I'm saying? Just do it again.
Yeah.
I don't know why this is just off.
Well, you need to stop being a responsible adult sometimes, Jay, and come and play. Otherwise, I have to come and crash your sales and cause chaos.
What did you do? Like buy stuff and then change your mind and say, no, I don't want that? Or
no, I was just joking, just having fun, making jokes and being a cheeky little booger.
Being the cheeky little person that you really are.
Hey, Brenda. Oops. Nearly threw them out.
Why is that not coming out even? No. Well, I don't care. Maybe a problem down the road, but
I've got to dye some green papers for this big apothecary journal.
Ooh, like a felty green type of thing, like you would have maybe in a
moss green. Like, I'm going to mix
green.
some brown with it and a nice mossy green. So I'm going to gel plate some and I'm going to dye some and might even do some tags and stuff as well. It's going to be a lot of prep before I start this journal because it's going to be so big. Going to need a lot of stuff to fill it up.
Yeah, I had a whole bunch of apothecary stuff. I don't know where it is. I can mail it to you. I have no idea where I put it. Not much help. I can't find it. I should glue these together like so. I'll do that.
Riley's got some beautiful suede, a grey blue type suede that she's sending me up for the cover.
Ooh.
I'm going to emboss that.
I have a beautiful piece of leather to make a cover for a journal. It was beautiful leather messenger bag
Yeah.
that a friend gave me, and I
Hey,
was never going to use it as a messenger bag. So I took it. I took the whole thing apart. She'd be appalled. But I ended up with big pieces of leather and little strips of leather that I embossed and made little tiny leather journals with them. And I just put them through the embosser and ended up with embossed covers. But I've got a big piece that actually would be like for a 9 by 12 journal. It would be big enough to be a cover for a really big journal.
nice.
Okay. And I'm going to cut another. So 3 of these go together. I just must not measure or cut well, or
I found that
which is just off a little bit. And I used the guillotine to cut these, so the guillotine, I figure it gives you the best shot of getting a straight cut versus, the other type of cutters. But
it does, but you've got the surface that the top of your trimmer is straight. If that's not straight, you're never going to get a
yeah,
straight cut.
no, I know. You got to
And
have it right up
sometimes
against the edge, otherwise it's some. Oh, really? Great. All right, be that way. Be that way. See if I care. I'm gonna care. We're gonna have to. Well, maybe just do a little trimming here, right? All else fails, just cut it off. It's in the way, cut it off.
edit it. It's called editing.
There you go. If it doesn't fit, make it fit.
Found them. Still going to Bunnings. Of course you are. Riley, did you know that Craft Online has a physical store that you can go into, and you can often get really good specials there? I got 3 lunar pastes from Craft Online, and they must have had a breakage in the delivery, and it had red paint all spilt over their delivery, and so everything that had red paint spilt on the packaging they were putting out for like $2. So I got lunar pastes for $2.
So what happened? They had an accident and stuff got red paint on it, and they're just selling it because it's
Yeah, so they can't sell it because it's
got red
damaged.
paint on
Really,
it.
it's not damaged, but the packaging is damaged. And yeah, I got them for $2.
Oh wow! So it's like an
It's just
aesthetic
up the
damage.
road
Yeah.
from you, Riley. Just up the road from you, Riley.
Oops. Sounds like a little enabling.
It's a cool store. I liked it.
I haven't been in a craft store. I can't remember last time. Our Michael's closed here, but I guess they're still alive and well in other areas of the country. But the one here went belly up. And they put a Trader Joe's in there, which is like a
Yes,
supermarket.
that's the one
A
at
little
Cumber Park.
tiny supermarket. I've never.
I did spend quite a bit of time at the store, right? It's very cool. I mean, a little smallish storefront in a big warehouse. You don't have access to all the warehouse, but they have
Right.
most of the stuff, or a representation of the stuff in the little storefront. So it's very cool, very cool, very cool.
Well, I love a good old-fashioned hardware store. I can spend hours in a hardware store.
Sorry, Riley. No, you can physically shop there. They have a little shop.
Now you tell me. Well, you didn't ask.
You know now. And it is a warehouse. It's in the back of, the boonies out there at Kunda Park. It's not a flash shop or anything like that. Yes, they do, Jill. They do have a good Lifeline store there. Reasonably priced, which is unusual for that area. They do have, you can find some really nice clothes there.
Is it like a mall? There's several different types of places there, or is it...
No, it's an industrial warehouse area. So it's
Oh,
just one
okay.
of the warehouses in amongst all the other warehouses. So it's in amongst, tow truck operators and crane hire and
Oh, wow.
exhaust places. Yeah, it's just and it's an industrial area.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm going to take Pam to my favourite op shop thrift store when she's here. But unfortunately, it's not open on the weekends. So unless you girls want to get up here earlier, it's the nothing over $3 op shop that I used to work at.
You
Well,
guys are
when
going
I
to have
say
so
nothing,
much fun.
We're going to go cruising on the Esplanade in the hot rod for fish and chips. No, just to cruise.
Oh.
All the girls in the hot rod. No boys allowed.
Now they're doing that
And
this June, right?
Yep.
That's going to be here before you know it.
Yep, certainly is.
That's cool. Very cool.
It's the same street as what?
It's such a long ass flight. Well, she's coming at least from the West Coast, so.
Oh, Riley. She was in the same street as Crafts Online. Missed opportunity, girl. Missed opportunity. You could have gone and bought stickles.
Now, who's all meeting up? You, Pam?
Jill, Riley.
Jill?
I'm not sure. Wendy, is Wendy coming or just Jill? Jill and Wendy, Riley. Maybe Beck.
Maybe a while. That Riley probably should save your money.
Yeah.
Well, I'm assuming, now is Wiley and are those folks close to you or a couple of hours away?
They're down in Brisbane, around the Brisbane area. So they're about it's about 2.5 hours from here to Brisbane. So Riley is at Bribie Island, so that's just before Brisbane. And Jill and Wendy are Ipswich area, and that's just after Brisbane, or it's west of Brisbane.
So it's not too bad.
It's a couple hours drive down, so.
And I guess, since Australia is so big, a couple of hours drive is really probably considered nothing.
Pat does it most days, so goes backwards and forwards.
If you lived in Rhode Island, yeah. Yeah, they have a Brisbane Bay in Miami. That's where the cruise ships are in. Using this template to draw the cut where the slits are going to be cut, to put the tab in. That's the plan, at least. When she did it, it looked very easy, as things like that always do.
Riley's going to be kicking herself now until she gets back there. She was right next door to the biggest crafting supply store in Australia and didn't go in. Didn't know it. Sucks to be you, girl.
It's because she didn't know it was a big craft store, or she chose not to go in. I missed that part. She wasn't aware.
She didn't know. She didn't know it had a physical store.
Oh,
She knew you
okay,
could
gotcha.
pick up from there, but she didn't know it had a physical store there.
That you could go in and shop.
Correct.
Okay. Her rating was not turned on.
And bought a golf cart
That's funny.
instead. Well, that means that you can spend a lot more on craft supplies now. That's how the rules go, isn't it? Dollar for dollar.
There's a fountain pen company that's just online, but man, I wish they had a brick and mortar. I would love, but they don't. There's no place around here where you can actually go and buy, fountain pens. Well, I hope this. I don't know why it wouldn't work. It's pretty straightforward. So what's your new binding like?
So you get about 5 signatures, and you sew the signatures separately, and then you glue the covers of the signatures together,
Okay.
so that they're all stuck together, and then you put cloth around. Let me see if I got this. Another color piece of paper. So say this is your 5 signatures that you've sewn the signatures as a signature, single 5 pieces of paper, and you sew together like a normal 3 hole pamphlet stitch.
Okay.
And then
all right.
Your covers, you glue the covers together, but you leave about an inch before the spine that's not glued.
Right.
So glue them all together. And then you get a piece of fabric and you glue that on here, and then on the back one. And then you put your hardboard cover on the top of all of that. So this fabric doesn't get glued to here, only the front and the back.
Right.
All loose, and everything lays completely flat. It's really cool.
Flat.
It's really cool.
Yeah. I made some journals like that as gifts for Christmas, the same concept. And the key is not gluing it to the edge. You leave that inch or so, and then And then, yeah, everything opens flat, which is really neat.
And the print, oh, got a toothache. And the print, where did you get it? Anna Marie wants to know. The print you're using.
This, the print I'm using, I'm not sure. The template, I think. Because this,
I don't know. She just said
I'm
that
not sure.
print. Where did you
I
find
don't,
it?
yeah, I don't have any print. It's all plain white paper. Other than this, which is the template. Maybe that's what she means.
Maybe.
Explain. And do you mean this template? Yes, this. Okay. This came off the website at, for the sketchbook revival. It's there. It's the bind. It's this video on how to make the this particular Australian piano hinge, and it was a download for the template. Uh, and I don't know whether you can access it now that the revival has started, but you could certainly make your own, because all it is what is this, so 12 9 inches, and then you come in an inch and then draw a hash mark for a 2 inch, and then it's 1 inch, 2, 3, 2, 1. So you could easily make your own if you wanted to do that, and you could obviously change this. I guess you could change the size of the tabs. You could really change this in many different ways. But the next thing is I'm going to have to come and cut these slits to make room for these tabs. So at least that's the plan. Come on. Can't open it. Really? Really? I must have really, oh man, I really creased that, double creased it with the bone folder. I couldn't even open it. Let's do this. It'd be interesting to
Well,
see.
Chris.
She had beautiful, again, her tabs were gorgeous paper.
What's her name?
Yeah. I will find it. Yeah. It's Matthews, Carrie Matthews. Let me leave this. Okay, let's go here. Sarah, I was close, huh? Sarah Matthews.
Okay.
And she's a printmaker and book artist, Sarah Matthews. And I'm pretty sure she must have a YouTube channel. You could probably type in Sarah Matthews.
So is that a Facebook page or a website?
But she's doing this as part of this sketchbook
Hey,
revival 2026. I'm a sucker for things like that. I can't. Hi, Val. A lot of people can walk away from those things. I can't. I know I got this something. I'm such a sucker. Now, Kimmy ruler with the metal edge. And now I got to cut all of this. It's pretty tedious. Let's see here.
Not as tedious as this is.
Tedium.
Gluey hands. Hey, Cal.
So this, in essence, this is, I'm jumping the gun here, but this is what happens. This goes in here, like so, right?
Yeah.
And then the other one goes down here, like so. And then you have, I can find this. Then what holds it together is you have a strip like this. And then this goes through the tab,
Feeds
right?
it through. Yep.
Like so. Yeah, I know you know. You probably made a whole bunch of these with some. But
I've
anyway,
made it once and it was very tedious.
yes, it is very. Anyway, you get the gist.
Yeah.
And then the
very-
book opens
it's-
flat when you're all done.
Yeah.
That's what that's. And she's calling it an Australian piano hinge book.
What makes it Australian?
I don't
Because
know.
she's Australian.
I would imagine she's Australian. That would be my guess. Sarah Matthews. That's as good a guess as mine. Pam will be back tomorrow, normal kind of streaming time, right?
I think so, yeah. That's what her last message was.
So I'm assuming company has gone to the other parents' abode.
I think so, yes.
I think.
I think so.
So she's going to have her space back. I'm trying to do this without the ruler. Steady hand here. I love this cutting mat. Oh, that was the best
No craft for life, no.
purchase in a long time. No chat your life, no. As far as I understand.
I think I'm getting an earache or an ear infection. My jaw is crackling and my ear is a little bit sore.
Uh-oh. You're getting an
That's
ear
what I get for
infection?
having. Yeah, see, that's what it feels like.
How would you get
You
an
know, when you,
ear infection?
I don't know. You know, when you chew and your jaw crackles and your ear crackles a little bit? That's what it feels like. Ear
Oh
infection.
dear.
Have to go and get some antibiotics.
I've never had an ear infection.
I just put some lavender oil and some peroxide in there and it'll go and dry everything out.
Good old peroxide. Good stuff.
Yeah. Great for ear infections and blisters.
Hmm. I even gargle with it when I feel a sore throat coming on. I gargle with it to kill everything in the back of the throat before it has a chance to grow. You don't want to swallow it, obviously. It's one of those multi-purpose things to have in the household. Medicine
Yeah.
cabinet.
Used to go through lots of that for blisters. Oh no, it just dries your blister out straight away.
Yeah, I didn't know that. Hi, Jay. But it makes sense.
Yep. Hi, Jay.
Oh no. Oh, Jay, look. Had first ear infection in basic training. Fell out of. Oh my gosh. You're a tough girl. What were you, 18, 19 years old, Jay? I mean, you were just a kid. Oh, I like fussy cutting. I am, yeah, kind of. Now, Sarah Matthews was trying to convince everybody that 18, I figured you were just a kid.
I don't like fussy cutting, Jay. I don't like it at all. At all. But I love using fussy cuts. So, you know, unless I could kidnap someone and have them just sit in my craft room and fussy cut for me, then I have to do it myself. And that sucks hugely.
Uh-huh.
So much kidnap someone and have them do it for me.
Yeah. There's a lot of people that say that. I don't mind it at all. So, I guess I like tedium. Well, Sarah Matthews was trying to convince people that doing this repetitious stuff is kind of meditative. Like you can kind of meditate while you're doing this. I'm not a
Yeah, no.
meditative person. I don't like.
No.
That's just not me. You were just too scared to say anything. You didn't know what would happen. Well, they probably would have sent you to the infirmary, right? I would think. I would hope.
Suck it up, Private! Get back to bed. Suck it up, Grunt, or whatever they called you back then.
So, Jay, you went in at 18, and did you stay 20 years and get out? No, you forget to breathe. Yeah, when you're fussy cutting. Yeah.
Me too. Me too.
Oh my gosh, you will accept. Oh, I understand. You were almost done. Yeah, you were almost done. You didn't want to do anything that would delay the being done, and you're at 7 weeks. Yeah, it's kind of. That makes sense. Oh, okay. You did 10. Okay. All right. Yeah. You still have a full-time job. Yeah. Well, I've been told by many people that if you're going to enlist, the Air Force is is the one to enlist, and they treat their people the best.
Yeah, my brother was in the Navy, and the first couple of years was okay, but then the last 4 years, basically, he was fixing the captain's wife's toaster or something like that. There was just nothing to do. And they wouldn't pay for extra training, and
Oh, that's
it
too
was
bad. What a waste
basically
of time.
sit around doing nothing. They were bored out of their brains. So he was a electronics technician. So he was supposed to be working on radars and sonars and blah blahs and all that sort of stuff, but he was sitting around fixing bloody toasters and hair dryers, he said. So
Oh man, how boring for him. That's yeah.
yeah.
These dang kids are. Yeah, they are expensive. That's for sure. Okay.
Oh
There
well.
goes nothing.
There's another page done. So my plan is to make my big grimoire type journal and then a whole heap of little notebooks to go with it. Well, not to go with it, but to sell at the markets.
Oh, you said the market's once a month. Is that what you said?
One of them's once every 3 months.
Oh, okay.
There are like fortnightly markets here, but they're more food oriented. So
Now, as I recall, she did put these in at this point in time to hold everything together. Hope that that's going to work. Owie. Mine are going to stick out because they are. Okay, so here. So now the next one comes on.
Anna Merritt signed up for the revival.
Boy, this is fiddly for sure. I'll do this bottom one first. Come on. Come on, get in there with it, please. Mm-hmm. Now you have to go in. Let's play nice. Let's play nice. Okay. Come on now. Okay. Well, two down, 100 million to go.
Hi, Angela. I think this pile will be enough for me, and I'm going to bed.
It's better if it's waiting for me. I need to know. Come on. Here we go. Wow. Page 2. How exciting is that, folks?
Woohoo!
Woohoo! Yes, don't forget thumbs up are greatly appreciated. Oh, I'm on a roll now. Look out. Look
Yeah.
out. Woohoo. Da, 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 da. Zippity.
Hey, Zip.
Zippity doo da. The name of the ranch that owned pretty much this whole county in Florida is the Doodah Ranch. It was like almost like a Australian station, 10,000 acres. Isn't that what they call them, stations?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, come on, really? Wow. Huh. Yeah, rather tight there. Meep, meep. Okay.
Oh, I don't know if I'm going to get through this pile. Done, I think.
Now, where did you get your digis for this? Did you make them or did you find you bought a kit?
No, they're off Etsy. So this is a clip art kit from Liana Scrap on Etsy.
Oh, okay. And do you print them out on, I'm assuming you print them out on cardstock?
This is on 160 GSM, so it's
Oh, that's
heavier.
heavy.
It's not quite cardstock, but it's heavy paper.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. GSM is different than pound. It's a different, it's, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you booger, you booger, you. Come on. You're not going to go through? You're going to be that way? Really?
Get off.
She did say to cut these at 7/8 of an inch. I thought I had. So maybe we'll come in this way. If you don't like that way, we'll come in the back door. How's that?
Since when did Zippy sneak into any chat?
Yeah, right. I don't think Zippy is stealth. There. Ha 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 ha. I gotcha. Well, the rocket's going off. That was quite the landing yesterday.
I missed it. I don't have the
And
TV
it
on.
took forever to get them out of that capsule. I don't know what the problem was.
Well, they've got to depressurize, don't they?
Um, no, they had the capsule door open forever. So obviously that they had been depressurized. I don't know whether they depressurized. But the cabin, they opened the capsule door, and that was forever. And it took a while for them to get the little flotation thing around it. And then they individually had to be airlifted by helicopter. So they're dangling from the helicopter
Yeah,
as
because
they're
they can't
cranking
use
them.
their legs.
There, their legs are kind of wobbly. And then they took them to the deck of the ship.
Yeah, every time I yawn, my ear crackles, so I'm definitely getting an ear infection.
Oh, no. How does one get one of those? Geez.
I have no idea. No idea. I don't go anywhere. Very rarely go anywhere.
Well, did your granddaughter have bought those germs to
Maybe.
you?
Maybe. They're pretty germy, those kids.
Yeah, they are germy, that's for sure. Yeah, when I had assignments due for my students, I had a special desk, and I told them they they were supposed to put the papers on that desk, and I didn't touch those papers for another 24 hours. I wasn't going to touch their germy stuff. Oh, come on. On a roll here. Come on, come on, come on, come on. These. If I stuck that under, that probably would be easier if I did that, right? We're getting there, folks. It's a little crooked, but I don't mind that. Come on. I was making a birthday card and I managed to stamp the sentiment upside down. I even double check.
Classic Anne move.
Do that all the time. And my signature. But I was giving it to somebody that would not understand how funny that is. So I managed to cover it up. Stamp it again. Oh, wow.
Oh, ow.
Did you have ear infections as a kid?
No, not really. Not off. I wasn't a sickly kid. I did have a few later on when I was swimming competitively in teens.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah.
In the
Oh, that's
water.
cool. I didn't know you swam competitively. That's cool.
Oh, that was a long time ago.
Yeah. What stroke did you
I was freestyle. Yeah.
freestyle? Okay.
I was unbeaten 3 years in a row, high school.
Oh, wow.
And highboard diving, I did that for 2 years as well. But then I hurt my knee and my swimming and my diving career was over. Any sport was over.
Now you're waiting to be seen for your knee?
Yeah. And I played softball for the state, for Victoria.
Oh, cool.
Australian champions. And it was at softball that I did my knee.
You were a catcher, right?
No, I was
No?
first base actually.
Oh, okay.
I was first base and sometimes pitcher.
Okay. I played softball, but I was the catcher. That was a sonic boom, huh? Hmm. That's interesting.
What? Vale, you're in hospital? What the heck?
Yeah, they're shooting rockets off here all the time. Satellites, yeah. There must be so much stuff up there.
Are you in hospital, Vale? I didn't know you were in hospital. I knew you were sick, but I didn't know you were in hospital.
Yeah, I didn't know she was in the hospital either. I'm just reading that, figuring that out now.
I'm sending you lots of hugs.
Mm. Sure you're glad to be home. I had a neighbor who was in the hospital, and they were saying that for every day you're in the hospital, it takes 3 days to recover from being in the hospital.
All right, I'm done. I can't do any more. My fingers are killing me now. I'll come back and do that tomorrow. All right, ladies, I'm out. I'll catch us later on.
Okay, Di, thanks for coming.
Righty.
Thanks for being understanding with the mix-up with the lives.
And
thanks for showing me where the keys are.
You're welcome. All right, love yous. Talk to you later. Bye for now.
Bye. Ah, it popped out. That's the first time that's happened. I got one in and the other one came out. They usually don't do that. Get back in there, you booger. Oh, there we go. This is a pretty good school. I'm kind of liking it. Probably very boring for you guys to watch, but let's see, 8 o'clock. I put 90-pound watercolor paper. That's what I'm using. So it's light. It says it's watercolor paper, but it's only 90. You did? That's great. Well, then you can do this too. I'm always fascinated about how many different types of bindings there are. This is a bookbinding method known as the Australian piano hinge book. So you basically make these little hinges, strips of paper that you do an accordion fold on, right? Then you have your paper. This is 9 by 12, folded in half. I've cut 2-inch slits in each page. These fit over the tabs like so. You stick that in the slit in the page. And kind of wiggle it over it. Hmm. Now when I'm showing it to you, is it going to work now? There. All right. Kind of snug that in a little bit. Come over here, grab this tab. Stick that in that slit. Like so. And then you take these strips of paper like so. Like so. And that slides through the tabs. If you're lucky. This is a little snug. Pull it. Stick it through here, like so. Like so. Look through. There. Next page, like so. It's pretty cool. And then here's the next group of tabs. Now she had Sarah Matthews. That's the woman that's demonstrating this. This paper, the tab paper she had was beautiful printed paper. And I didn't have any, so I'm just using plain white. I was gonna, the strips are 2 inches by 16, and I guess I could have glued some paper together to make that. And then you take the 2 by 16 pieces and you glue them together. So you have these very long pieces with the tabs. There's 21 pages in this journal, so yeah, or you can go into, well, I guess you're right. Instagram would probably be the best, or maybe YouTube. Sketchbook Revival 2026. They do it every year. And it showcases a bunch of different artists. It starts today. And you just slide that through like so. And then you got, because I'm gonna make I think Instagram's the easiest. Ideally, you would have a pad of 9 by 12 paper. I did not have 9 by 12. I had 9 by 12 watercolor paper, but it was too heavy. It was 140 weight, which would have been really super heavy. Um, but you could, or you could do heavier. You could do all different types of paper. You know what I'm saying? You could have sketch paper, watercolor paper, brown paper. You could vary the type of paper, you know. But for simplicity purposes, I'm just doing the same type of paper. But you could, manage, any type of paper that you wanted to put in here. And it's really, you can easily add pages to it and take pages out. Last year's sketchbook revival, uh, they they did a different type of book, and it was a stitched. Oh, and it was gorgeous. It was kind of like a Coptic stitch, but much fancier because you ended up with a really neat X on the hinge on the hinge of the book. Very pretty. I can show you that because I did that one too. I made that book. There's just so many different types of bindings. It's fascinating. The different types of bindings that are available. Come on, come on, come on. Yeah. That was just, no, it's just not long enough. So I'm just going to give it a little snip. Help it on its way. There. You don't want too much wiggle room. But that one is a little bit too snug. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. We're getting there, folks. This is a fat one because this is where I had glued these strips together. Alrighty, we're getting there. Woo! That's a little snug. Let's try this side. I don't need you in the way. Yeah. Oh, wow. My hands are hurting too. Ooh. We don't know why it's called Australian, but the Aussies are getting credit for this binding. That's the name of it, the Australian piano hinge binding. So if you don't like to sew, this is the binding for you. It's just a lot of, you just cut everything and get all your supplies together. And you lay them out and you go for it. Hmm. Hmm. Oh, you booger, come on. Quit doing. Yeah. You got down towards the end, you get a little anxious to be done, so to speak. I'm getting there. It seems like I'm getting there. And you can do all different variations. You could do it with maybe 3 1-inch tabs. These are 2 inches, but you could have, do 3 1-inch tabs. Mm. Mm. There's a golfer. Wow, they must have started early if they're playing. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of them. Wow. I'm on the 18th hole. So this is, they're at the end of the, huh? They're the first golfers I've seen since all the rain. Because they're shooting right into the sun. I thought I saw, uh, oh, thank you, Anne Marie. That's wonderful. Thank you so much for doing that for the folks. That's so kind of you. Hmm. It just doesn't want to open. Come on. Wow, that's really tight. Open. And I was sitting here and I saw this like movement out on the pond. What the hell? And at first I thought it was an alligator because we've had a lot of rain. And yes, what the heck just happened here? There was some sort of huh, there's some sort of jam here. Have to give it a little friendly persuasion, I guess. Huh. I don't know how they got glued shut. There. And I thought it might be an alligator again because we've had so much rain and the ponds are really, really high. And that means the alligators can kind of swim from pond to pond. This is a link golf course and there's an enormous amount of water, a lot of ponds all over the whole course. And I did see an alligator on this pond once many years ago, but it turned out to be something known as a soft shell turtle, which, in my opinion, is the ugliest thing I have ever seen. It is just a butt ugly turtle. It's not cute like a box turtle. It's called a soft shell turtle, and it's got this long snout. It's just ugly. It's just an ugly turtle. And it was a whole bunch of them. There's about three of them frolicking in the pond. Actually, I had one of the soft shell turtles a couple of years ago come up out of the pond, and I had a space, maybe a gap in my garden that was maybe 3 feet wide. And the soil here is very sandy. And damned if she didn't dig a nest. She hunkered down and she started digging a nest, and sand and dirt was flying everywhere on top of her, all over the place. And she laid a whole bunch of eggs and then covered them all up and scurried back to the pond. I watched another turtle do that in my neighbor's yard one year. Unfortunately, there were a whole bunch of crows up in the tree watching her. And I felt so bad even before she got back to the pond. The crows descended on the eggs and ate them all before she even could get back to the pond. I mean, I went out once and shooed them away, but there was no way I was going to keep those crows. They knew those eggs were there. But there were no crows around when this particular sandhill crane laid her eggs in my garden. And I waited, I didn't see anything. And I guess the gestation's about 30 days. And then one day I went out and I noticed that there were just a whole bunch of, broken eggs. So I'm assuming they hatched in the middle of the night and scurried off to the pond. I'm hoping. But man, Google that. Google soft shell turtle and see if you don't agree that that's one ugly ass turtle. Because we're used to cutesy turtles like Tommy Turtle and cartoon turtles. They've been cutified by Disney and cartoons. But I don't know if the chat has frozen or not. Is anybody here? Anybody? Anybody? Hmm. Am I frozen? No, I don't want to update. Thank you. Man, they're very pushy. I just joined Restream, just joined it, and they already want me to upgrade and buy a subscription. It's much cheaper though. If you were to buy the next grade up, it's much, much cheaper than StreamYard. It's like 190. No, there's no gluing in this journal. Not in the body of the journal. There will be gluing when I do the cover. Because I have to cover the cover, I have to put glue cover of paper on the cover, which is going to be cardboard. But there's no gluing at all in the body of the journal. It's all just making boring oatmeal. I hear you. Fortunately, I'm not going to be able to finish this. I can play for another 10 minutes and then I have to go turn into a bridge lady. I get home from bridge. I've been saying this all week, but I really mean it. I have to do my taxes. Have to. No more procrastinating. I filed last year on April 11th, so I have until the 16th, but I really want to get it done. I use TurboTax. Hi, Ellen. Yeah, I mean it's pretty tight. It'll stay put. And that's why when the measurements makes for a pretty snug fit. You can see how snug these are. Thanks, Ellen. I mean, these strips are 2 inches wide, and the slits in the paper are 2 inches wide. And the tab itself, when you cut these strips, you cut them at 7/8 of an inch. So there's only 1/8 of wiggle room. So everything's pretty snug, and you can see when I'm putting it through, it's tight. I mean, it would be really hard for this to come undone with the normal usage, of the journal. I know. Here comes this lady, comes by every day. She's walking. She's got a mug of coffee in her hand. Because if everything's cut and measured properly, and then it fits real well. It's like a glove. Ah, I can make it. Okay, let's see. Maybe I will. Ooh, here we go. This is definitely for the sewing impaired and the gluing impaired. There's no sewing, no gluing, just paper cutting. Okay. Ooh, I got one extra page. I don't know why. It's okay with me. Yeah, I got an extra page because I only have one of these left. All right. Slide through, slide through, slide through. There, look at that. You ready? Is that not cool looking? And these would get glued here and here, right? Look how fat that is. And she had beautiful colored paper. So look, when you open it, it lays flat. No matter where you open it, it lays flat. Isn't that cool? And if you want to take a page out and work on it, you can take this off, take this, you can just slide this off, right? And you can take this page out. If you want to say do a, work on a page without it being in the journal, you can just take this page out, work on it, and put it back in. And there you go. The Australian Piano Hinge book. And tune in tomorrow, I guess, and I will make the cover. Yeah, there it is. I'm very happy with it. It's cool. I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. All right, folks. I gotta go and turn into a bridge lady, which means I've got to put a bra on and pants and all of that stuff. I mean, I have pants on and a t-shirt, but I gotta be presentable. I have to go out in the public. Thank you again so much for being here. And Pam's back tomorrow. So we can welcome Pam back. I'll be glad when she's back. I'm sure you guys will be glad when she's back. So thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Can't be good. Be careful. Be hopeful. Bye.